Bridgerton was never going to be simple. Netflix and Sean Dallin were not just looking for actors, they were searching for people who could bring the world of Regency-era London to life in a way that felt fresh, real, and magnetic. From the first script readings to the final callbacks, the journey to becoming part of the Bridgerton family was filled with excitement, nerves, and surprises. The production team wanted actors who could embody the elegance, charm, and complexity of the characters, while also appealing to a global audience hungry for romance, drama, and intrigue. Every actor had to convince the casting directors that they could not only perform the lines, but also breathe life into a character that viewers would fall in love with instantly. The casting process itself was a mix of traditional auditions and more creative approaches. Some actors were invited to read scenes in front of the casting team, while others were asked to perform chemistry tests, particularly for the lead roles of Daphne Bridgerton and Simon Bassett. These chemistry tests were crucial because the heart of the series relied on the connection between these two characters. Casting directors, including the legendary Shonda Rhimes and her team, were meticulous in ensuring that every glance, every smile, and every subtle gesture could carry the weight of the story. They were searching for authenticity, depth, and a spark that could make even the most subtle romantic moments resonate with millions of viewers. Many of the actors who auditioned were relatively unknown at the time. The producers wanted fresh faces that audiences could associate entirely with the characters, rather than with previous roles. This approach allowed viewers to fully immerse themselves in the Bridgerton universe without any distractions from an actor's past work. It also gave unknown actors a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to break into international fame. However, this also meant the competition was fierce. Thousands of talented actors from around the world submitted auditions, making every callback a nerve-wracking test of skill, preparation, and charisma. For some, the first audition was enough to make a lasting impression. For others, multiple rounds of callbacks, chemistry reads, and coaching sessions were needed before a final decision was made. Part of what made the casting process unique was the emphasis on both classical and modern elements. The actors had to fit into the world of Regency-era London, which demanded an understanding of posture, etiquette, and period speech. At the same time, the show's modern sensibility required performances that felt relatable, vibrant, and alive. Casting directors looked for performers who could balance these two worlds effortlessly. In addition to technical skill, the producers paid attention to each actor's personality, attitude, and work ethic. Sean Dallin was known for its collaborative environment, and they wanted actors who could thrive in a fast-paced, sometimes intense, filming schedule while contributing positively to the ensemble. Interestingly, some casting surprises came from unexpected corners. Actors who were initially considered for minor roles sometimes caught the eye of the producers during auditions, leading to major casting changes. Some performers improvised scenes in a way that revealed hidden depths to their characters, while others displayed such natural charm that they became the face of the show. For example, chemistry between actors during auditions could completely alter casting decisions. An actor might have been perfect for one role, but when paired with another, it became clear that their talents shone brighter elsewhere. This dynamic, flexible approach to casting ensured that the final ensemble was perfectly balanced, each actor complementing the others to create a believable, captivating world. By the end of the casting journey, the Bridgerton team had assembled a cast that was ready to dazzle audiences. Each actor had overcome intense competition, rigorous testing, and countless hours of preparation to secure their place in the series. They didn't just get roles, they earned the chance to become part of a cultural phenomenon that would captivate millions worldwide. From the first audition room to the final green-lighted call, every step of the casting process shaped the actors' journeys, transforming them from hopefuls to stars, and ensuring that the Bridgerton family felt authentic, charming, and unforgettable. Landing a role in Bridgerton was not just about reading lines perfectly. It was about embodying a character in a way that felt alive and unforgettable. Phoebe Dynevor, who became the beloved Daphne Bridgerton, had a career that was steadily growing, but nothing compared to the magnitude of this opportunity. She went into her audition knowing that she needed to balance poise, vulnerability, and charisma. What truly set her apart during the process wasn't just her technical skill or her graceful presence, but the way she could make the audience feel the character's emotions through the smallest gestures: a lifted eyebrow, a subtle smile, or a hesitant glance. Her audition included a chemistry read with the actor auditioning for Simon Bassett, and it was during this test that the producers immediately noticed a spark. The way she interacted, the timing of her dialogue, and her natural ability to convey Daphne's mix of innocence and determination convinced the casting team that she was exactly the right choice. She didn't just perform Daphne, she became her in that audition room for Regé-Jean Page. The journey was equally intense, but had its own challenges. Known for his stage work and smaller television roles, he had never been part of a global sensation like Bridgerton before. His audition was layered. It required demonstrating authority, charm, and vulnerability all at once. The producers wanted Simon Bassett to be more than just a handsome lead. They needed someone who could hold the attention of the audience without saying much. Someone whose presence alone carried intensity. Reed approached this by bringing elements of his theater experience into his audition, carefully modulating his tone and posture to reflect both the aristocratic refinement of Simon and the emotional depth beneath the surface. When he was paired with Phoebe Dynevor for the chemistry read, it was clear that the two had an energy that made the story's romance believable and magnetic. Casting directors often say they look for that invisible click between actors, and in this case, it was undeniable. Other key cast members also had their own unique journeys. Jonathan Bailey, who plays Anthony Bridgerton, had to convey both the weight of responsibility as the eldest sibling and the reckless charm that defined his character. His audition involved multiple rounds, each testing different aspects of Anthony's personality, his protective instincts, his passion, and his moments of vulnerability. Bailey reportedly impressed the casting team with his ability to switch between intensity and subtle humor seamlessly, showing that he could carry the nuanced complexities of Anthony's storyline. Similarly, Nicola Coughlan, who plays Penelope Featherington, needed to project quiet intelligence and wit while also capturing Penelope's hidden longing and secret observations. Her audition included subtle reading exercises to test her emotional range, and her ability to bring depth to every line made her an instant choice for the character. Lady Danbury, a fan favorite, required an actress who could exude authority, humor, and wisdom all at once. Adjoa Endo, a seasoned actor, brought a commanding presence to her audition that immediately convinced the producers she was perfect for the role. Unlike the younger leads, her challenge was not just about embodying charm, but about anchoring the series with a mature, influential voice. The combination of her powerful screen presence and the ability to inject warmth and humor created a character that became instantly iconic. What's interesting about the casting process is that some actors originally auditioned for different roles entirely, but were later shifted into parts that better fit their energy, demonstrating the flexibility and vision of the casting team. The process wasn't just about talent, it also tested adaptability. The actors had to show that they could take direction quickly and adjust performances while maintaining authenticity. During multiple callbacks, producers would ask them to try different emotional tones or reimagine a scene with alternate motivations, observing how the performers responded under pressure. This approach ensured that when filming began, the cast was ready for the intensity and unpredictability of the set. By the end of the audition journey, each actor had proven that they were not only capable of performing their role, but could also create a believable, engaging world for viewers. Their auditions were the first step in forming a cast that would go on to define Bridgerton. making each performance feel effortless while hiding the hard work, preparation, and precision behind every glance, line, and gesture. The casting process for Bridgerton wasn't all stiff formality and rehearsed lines. There were plenty of unexpected moments that added humor, surprise, and even a touch of serendipity to the journey. For many actors, the audition room became a place where nerves met creativity, and sometimes the results were utterly unplanned, yet perfect. One story often shared by cast members is how small improvisations during auditions completely changed the way producers viewed a character. For example, an actor auditioning